Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we just had a succession, so you know what that means. We've got this faction brewing here. They can send their ultimatum at any time. So we should just come down over here. This lady is currently leading the faction, and that's perfect. We've already started gathering our armies over here. So let's just see when she wants to get this going. We gained a level of fame. That's nice. But not amazingly helpful. Now, none of these guys are super happy with us, and this faction, as far as I'm concerned, is entirely legitimate. Like, this is when factionalism should be happening in this scenario. So this is going to be a thing, and we're just going to fight this. We should not have any real problem. There's her demand. We will not be threatened. Okay, let's see here. We can call in our dynasty member. Sure, I don't think they're actually going to be too helpful. But that's okay. We see some desertion here, and the question is not how many troops do they have total. The question is, how many troops does she have access to? The answer is 11,000. Cool. So we're going to raise up somewhere around 20k. We do need a new steward, and so we will put in this gentleman. There we go. There will likely be other factions behind this as well if we go too heavy in this. So that's going to be a thing. We need to prepare for that. 9k, 10k, and she's heading off to the south. Perfect. So we're raising up around 15k here, and we'll have these guys stop. They're going to walk in over here, but actually they're not. We're going to wait the 10 days. I'm going to be patient here. We're going to wait the 10 days for our men-at-arms to show up. Yeah, there's that second faction behind this. We're not surprised at all about that. And now this is fascinating. Also, we lost a decent chunk of troops. Was that just attrition? Shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been desertion either. The desertion should have already happened. Maybe that only updates on the month tick. We'll raise up a few more men, but this should be sufficient to deal with this, I think. This guy's skill 25, and yeah, that'll do. But like I said, we'll raise up a few more in our backline. For right now, I want to see Catholic populists. Yeah, it's pretty unlikely that we can do anything about this. We're going to have that going on for a little bit. That's just kind of what happens in Crusader Kings when you have a succession. So it's fine. No real concerns there. We're heading in over here. We have additional reinforcements on the way, but they're actually heading out. We're going to catch part of their force here, and this is ridiculous. They should not have done this, of course. So they move in their reinforcements, but it doesn't matter. We win this very, very easily. And we have a few more raising up over here. This is actually plenty. We're going to move them in over to here. They're beginning to siege. They have ticking war score on their side, but not for long. Where's their actual castle? This is the castle. Okay. That was a stack wipe. And we captured their son and heir. That's actually perfection right there. That's 50% war score just from the prisoner. And we didn't capture her. Now, we don't want to capture her. Unfortunately, she's in this capital. And we would prefer it if we didn't. But we're going to split off these guys here, and actually, it'll be much easier if we just do something like this. Leave these guys here, and then we're going to have the rest of these hop on down. Now, we do want a siege commander here. Do we have one of those that isn't rebelling? We'll find out. Siege commander, siege commander. Anywhere. I don't care about the combat, just the trait. Here's one. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to move down over here, and we can actually sit there and be under the supply limit. That's a nutty supply limit. Cool. Our son was stillborn. Okay. We gained a stress level from it. And is it just these Catholic populists? 22 months on that. Yeah, just the Catholic populists for right now. Cool. 3 months on this siege. I think we're going to come down here and start a slow siege. We actually have plenty of supply limit over here. 500 gold for those feudal taxes is actually worthwhile. We're going to do that. It'll pay off eventually. Emphasis on the eventually. We could usurp that archbishopric, but I don't care to. All of this looks good. So we're starting a slow siege down here. We're also going to divide this and have 2 slow sieges going. So ticking war score will turn against them shortly. Very shortly. 45 days on this siege. 8 and 14 months. Okay. Sounds good. Now, if this isn't enough, there's another area over here that is within the war goal. So that is perfect. We could also just siege down over this way. We'll have ticking war score just by taking Delhi. So that's interesting, actually. Okay, so yeah, those populace are 26 months away. That's a long time, considering we're already at 76% war score. So we're just going to head down over here and siege the barony of Cole. That's going to go super fast. And we're just going to siege maximally here, essentially. So to that end, we're going to split this in half, and we're going to come down over here. We're going to split this in half, and they're going to come over here. Now, some of these aren't going to siege very quickly. That's okay. They don't have to. We just want to get some progress on them. Oh, this one's actually going nice and quick. 6 months. Okay, sure. So we're at 78. Make that 90. Oh, wow. Okay, that was worth 12. Cool. So this war is going to be over super fast. No problem whatsoever here. We did get a little lucky that we didn't capture their leader up here, but I expect the war to be over from not necessarily this siege. This will be a partial control, but from this one. Now, they do have troops walking south here, but I don't think that matters. Yeah, that's irrelevant to us. We'll group these together, 10 days, and the war will be over. That's absurd. All of these guys are going to give up because we sieged this area. I'm sorry, Paradox. That's insane. We're going to enforce their demands and call it good. Nice and easy. All of them go to prison, and we're not letting them out. That is not a thing that is going to happen. Excellent. So we're 4 direct vassals above our limit. That's okay. We do need to work up our total soldier count. That'll kind of just generally happen over time. We can transfer this Duchess de jure, and that sounds great. That brings us to 3 direct vassals. So that is wonderful. Now we're not going to have that faction behind us. And we could definitely think about finishing up Scandinavia over here, or at least making good progress on it. And that is something that I'm definitely interested in thinking about doing. That was a lot of weasel there, I suppose. I'm interested in thinking about maybe doing it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So we're currently exposed to an innovation on advanced bow making. That'll be done in 4 years. Castle Bailey's in 13. So that's all well and good. Chronicle writings in 6 years. Sure. We don't care about that. That's not relevant. Anything else here that is bad? So we already have knighthood. Men-at-arms would be good. Heraldry would be... We're already on high partition. This would be mediocre at best. Windmills would be good. Land grants, not good. I don't care about land grants. Divine right? Can press several of your claims in a single war. That's actually pretty good. Mediocre, in my opinion. Urbanization, pretty good. Guilds, excellent. And banking, pretty good. So windmills and guilds are kind of what we hope it gets next. No, you do not get to ransom. No one gets ransomed. Get out of here, you jerks. You rebelled. What do you expect? So Sweden has these 2 locations, and this is a situation where this is our de jure claim here. Oh, we have a new ruler. We have a new ruler. We can think about doing a kingdom invade and apparently a holy war separately. Maybe. Now, obviously, we don't want Bavaria. That is very obvious. Romagna wouldn't be awful, but it's kind of bad. Italy, nope. 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 No, not Moldavia either. Jerusalem, not really a good option. Wallachia would clean up quite a bit of territory over here, but I'm not sure this is worth our kingdom invasion. Serbia would be pretty good, but it's also in the category of maybe not being worth our kingdom invasion when we can get things like this, or potentially England. Croatia is also a pretty good kingdom to invade. Thessalonica is better than it looks. Venice, of course. We have some good options. Another good option is, of course, England. And honestly, I think this is the best option that we have. And I think that this is a very good option. Now, we need to get our level of fame worked up in order to do that. We can get there pretty quickly. And the way that we're going to do that is by creating titles, of course. We have a bunch of duchies that we can create. I mean, I'm not sure how relevant creating these are to our vassal limit. I want just the recent duchy. There we go. We'll create that one. And we'll also create the Duchy of Transcarpathia. Excellent. And this guy's in the dungeon, but that's okay. He gets the duchy anyway. Okay. Lots of duchies available for creation here. I mean, we do have empires and kingdoms that we want to create. There is the Kingdom of Norway. We'll go ahead and create that one. Now, who should that go to? That should actually go to the King of Pomerania, who should become a double king. Now, he's in prison for rebelling against us, but that's okay. Congrats, you're a double king, buddy. Everyone gets to be a double king, eventually. The Kingdom of Pojanma, we'll go ahead and create that one as well. And who does that go to? Well, that actually goes to this guy. So, grant title, this Khanate. Perfect. The last thing we want is more vassals right now. So that's what we're trying to avoid. But we're also wanting to get our level of fame up a bit here. Okay, let's go for the Kingdom of Arabia. Apparently we can get this. I'm actually shocked that we can get that. The Khanate of Macron has taken all of this. He earned it. He gets the Khanate of Arabia. He earned it. We did nothing here. So that's completely fine. We are now exalted among men, which means we can invade England. And so we shall. War has been declared. How many troops are we going to raise? And we're going to cross, like, right here. Right at Calais, I think. And we'll raise our men-at-arms, of course. 20 months, allegedly. I don't think it's actually going to be that long. We'll raise around 10k for our levy troops, I think. Unless they get, like, holy orders or whatever. We'll see. No one gets ransomed. That's not how this works. If you commit a crime, it's life imprisonment. If that crime is rebellion, it's especially life imprisonment because that's why we instituted this. Too many rebellions. No more ransoms. So like I said, about 10k seems pretty good. Yeah, and there's actually a faction brewing right now. I'm not super shocked about that. I'm a little sad. It's Orthodox Populace. Okay, this is not actually a problem and not anything that we can do anything about, so we'll just have to fight them when they're ready to go. So he has gotten access to around 3,200 troops. We're just going to walk in over here. And our men-at-arms will be a little ways behind. We'll see when they get there. We don't need too much of an invasion force here. This should go pretty quickly, in all honesty. As soon as we have our siege weapons, it should just be quite simple. So we'll just land over in Kent, and this will be no problem. A trained healer, huh? And we'll keep additional troops prepared for the Inevitable Orthodox uprising. I mean, we did take quite a lot of Orthodox territory, so that's not surprising. "17 months allegedly. We'll see how many months it actually is. It may or may not be that. 11 months on this siege, which is fine. There they are. Okay, so that's perfect. We don't need all of the knights. We just need these guys to get up there. We're 4 direct vassals above our limit, and that means that one came in somewhere. And the question is, where? Where did we get an extra vassal? Well, we may well have gotten one somewhere over here, or, I mean, probably not over here at this point. But somewhere along one of these fronts, we may have picked one up. I'm not sure exactly where. You're a feudal duchy rank realm. Are you within our territory? No, you're a neighboring ruler. Okay. Good to know. I don't know what territory we control and what we don't at this point. It's hard to say. Lower Lorraine has lost territory. That's great. We do want to deal with Luxembourg and Lower Lorraine. Both of those will happen after our invasion of England. So there we go. We'll get that grouped together, and we'll get this siege done very quickly indeed. And we're not going to need to have our troops stacked together like this. So we're just going to do that, and then I want to check supply limits over here is like 7k. Okay, sounds good. So we're going to split off our trebs and a couple units of levy troops, something like that, 3k. And then these guys are going to head over here. We're going to give them the siege commander. And which siege commander do they need? I don't care. Let's go down here and find the one that we found before. This guy will do. I'm now going to split this force in half, and we're going to put half in Tonbridge and then half up in Rochester. Because we don't want to be taking attrition here. We want to be able to resupply. I would like to be able to move our rally point up here. Of course, we can't do that. And we can grab a perk here. We could just become likable, and that would actually be good. But I think large levies is actually even better for us at this exact moment. Boost up those numbers a bit. And that might actually mean that these guys no longer have the numbers to pull this off. We'll need to wait for that to update. I think they do have the numbers. Oh, no, they dropped below. But because they're populous, their discontent is still going to continue to go up, I think. No, I'm wrong. We don't have to deal with them. Thanks, large levies. Cool. Very happy about that one. So we're going to siege this down. We've got 12% war score right now. There, of course, is no ticking war score. We don't expect it. A little odd that Winchester is their capital, but okay. If that's the way they want to be. This is a level 2 fort. This is a level 7 fort. So this is the plan. These guys are going to finish up their siege here, and we'll let that happen. Then they're going to walk up to Chertsey over here. That's a higher level fort. They're going to siege that. We're at 17% war score. These guys are going to walk over to Reading. They will take casualties there. These guys are going to walk over to Arran. Excellent. So we have partial control over Sussex here. That's okay. This guy currently has access to 2,000. I mean, he has to come fight us. He's going to lose his kingdom if he doesn't. There's no real way around it. 5 months here, 4 months here. I'm going to raise up one additional 5k force here. Just because I want a reinforcement unit over here. Essentially, I want a group of reservists, is what I want. So we'll let that happen. There's, of course, a hostile army over here. What is the other war he is in? Claim on the Kingdom of England. Well, we don't want that to happen. That's for sure. And I don't think it's going to, in all honesty. I think we'll win, and we'll have to possibly defend against that claim, but we'll see. The Duke did indeed join that war, so there are some additional troops available. Where is this Duke? He is... Oh, over in Ireland. Okay. No big deal there. Sounds good to me. We'll wrap up some of our sieges over here. Head on over to Portsmouth. We're at 30% war score right now. We did not get any notable prisoners from that siege. That's good. Or at least not bad. What am I talking about? That's not good at all. We wanted notable prisoners. We're at 38% war score now compared to the other guy at 26. Yeah, we're outpacing them for sure. This is a level 7 fort. This over here is a level 4. We're going to send them over to go deal with that. Yes, they will take casualties walking over there. Yes, it's sad, but there's not too much to be done there. This here is a level 6 fort, level 19. Yeah, not too many options for slow siege over that way. But we can head up here and see if we can stack wipe this little force. What task did we just finish? I clicked through that. I'm guessing that was a conversion. Yeah, this is all Tengri at this point over here. So that's looking pretty decent. No real issues there. I think we're going to work on religious relations here. That'll be fine. And domestic affairs is perfect. I want to actually check our county control. This isn't ours, is it? No, it's not. So we're going to stay on organizing levies for now. We're going to want to switch over probably sometime soon, but this is not the moment for that. The moment for that will be when we are a little bit more established as a ruler. Ah, so we can see here that his ally is actually going up to attack this force. I love it. That is fantastic for us. We're going to move up over here. Begin a slow siege there. These guys are leaving, apparently. I'm sad. We're just see it done. We might gain a stewardship lifestyle perk from it. That would be nice. Oh, we have 61,000 troops over here. I should have paid attention to that. We're going to split off 10k. Good enough. They're going to come up to here. Actually, to here. We're going to split off another 10k. They're going to head up to here. Another 10k. To here. The rest of these, we're going to disband them. I over-raised. There's no doubt about it. That's a little wacky. Okay, there we go. Get out of here, soldiers. Maybe. There they go. Excellent. So we're heading on over. We're going to be at their capital momentarily. 10 days left on this siege. We do see a good number of soldiers over here, but they're not actually that scary. So we're going to head into their capital now. We're 55% war score. We'll finish this and head over to this barony. That's a level 7 fort. Actually, this one's a level 1 fort. That's probably a better one. Oof. We'll pay the gold. Get the road quality moved on up. Okay, we now control white, and we're going to head over to lime. Now, we are going to take an attrition tick there. It's a little sad, but I guess it's okay. So these sieges, we don't really expect to have them finish anytime soon. To that end, we should actually move them in over here. We would really like to fight this duke and have him not interfere with our... Oh, you can stop there. Not have him interfere with our sieging. Want to select these? There we go. Excellent. We do need a commander here, and this guy's actually kind of the best we've gotten. He's not very good, but he'll do. Okay, we're going to head over this way-ish. Yeah, we have to fight these guys. And we're just going to throw troops at them at this point. We do not want them to come over here. So reinforcements are on their way in. We're probably going to lose this, to be clear. Well, not anymore. Oh, you guys need to come on in. Get in here. We're just throwing numbers at them, and that's completely fine. Road progress and road quality, or gain gold and road progress. We're going to take the progress and quality. We don't care about cash. Cash is fine. We're going to have their capital shortly here. In fact, very shortly. We have it now. We're going to move our siege units up to here, and then these guys are going to move to Bath. Ah, we finished this siege. We'll move to Exeter. There we go. Okay, so these guys are just going to kind of chill for right now. And we'll have them cover our siege forces, but we're so close to winning this. I feel like we shouldn't be. Look at this. We've sieged this much. Look at what we're going to gain. Europa would never allow this. But here we are. We're going to take a huge, huge gain here. And that'll happen just as soon as this siege finishes in 4 months. That's the next event to happen here. 3 months. Unless we get a good event here. Large breach. Okay. That's a big deal. A very big deal indeed. Sickness spreading. 50 days. Stalemate. Okay, a stewardship lifestyle perk. We'll take that. And that will net us likable. Fantastic. Stalemate. Regardless, this war is over. They just don't know it yet. England is ours. That's a big gain. That's a really big gain. I like it. They're raising up troops over here. They got 3 troops. Adorable. And that is the war won. Nutty. Okay, so we need to defend it. We knew this was going to be a thing. We're going to head up there, but we also desperately need to hand out titles. And we also need to get all of this under a king. We'll have to find a king to put this under. It'll have to be an existing king. Maybe like Mordvinia or something. I don't know. We'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I'll see you all next time, where we'll get this all squared away.